Welcome back to the world of tenses, dear students. Don't get tensed, okay? No, grammar is like BFG, about whom you learned in 5th standard. Big, friendly, giant. Even though it looks like a giant, if you understand, if you go near the giant, he will be very friendly. So I think you are feeling friendly with our present perfect continuous tense, to whom we went in the previous class. Now shall we proceed on to the past perfect continuous tense. For that you should know first what is past tense. I won't explain it to you because you know that. Right from first standard you are learning past tense means the action got over. Now what is past perfect tense? That we will see now. For past perfect tense, usually we will get two actions in the same sentence. I am not telling two actions in two different sentences. In same sentence. For example, when I reach the school, the bell or the assembly had begun. First characteristic of past perfect is lengthy sentence. Why? Because two actions are there. Now we will see which are the actions here. Reached is an action, then begun. Now we will see which action took place first. Which action took place? I reached the school first or the assembly started. Which is the first one? Now it is assembly starting or beginning. That is the first action. This is the first action. Which is the second action? Reached is the second action. So, in one sentence, if you get two verbs, that is naturally one action takes place first, not it comes first in the sentence. See here, reach has come first, but it happened, it's later. So, to be stressed, the action which happens first, not which appears in the sentence first, that is begun here. For that sentence, we should put had, so that it becomes past perfect. Now why? Why? Because when we reached the school, already this action was perfect, means complete. So, for the first action, if two actions are there in a sentence, for the first action, again I am stressing, first action to take place should be in past perfect tense. And this past perfect is had plus, see, begin, began, begun. So what is it? Plus past participle of the verb. Past participle of the verb. Now if I tell past participle of the noun, is it correct? No. Because past participle happens only for a verb, not for anything else. Now remember, this is the basic of our past perfect continuous tense. That is where to use past perfect tense. This, children, in 5th standard you have studied in detail in your grammar book. If you remember, try to brush it up. If you don't remember, take out your last year's grammar book and go through that. You will remember. Now, once again, for past perfect, two actions which are already over will be there. In that action, in those two actions, first action which took place should be in past perfect, and the form of past perfect is had plus past participle, and for the second action just our simple past tense. This much is clear. Then we will proceed to past perfect continuous tense. Now, since you all have become experts in present perfect continuous tense, now you can teach me what is past perfect. Now, but I can't expect it now, no, because we are not in the classroom. This stands the same, had, because it is the past tense form of has or have, plus this is the same, then here ing, present participle. Only this part changes, because it's common sense, children. Has or have, present, past tense means had, remaining it is the same. Now we will start with our diagram of this is past, this is present, this is future. Now, we told for present perfect continuous, the action started here and it is continuing or continued till here. Now, for past perfect, it is the action started here, that ended also here. Both are in the past tense. Action the incomplete action also in the past. Perfected action also is in the perfected means complete. Both actions are in the past. Now, in the past tense it was continuing. Don't get confused. The only difference is for present continuous means present perfect continuous tense. Now we know that. For one example, what I wrote is they have been living in such and such a place for 20 years. That means now also they are staying. But what happens in past perfect is, see, they started living in Bangalore 2000. They had been living in Bangalore since 2001. Had been. Now we don't know when it is present where they are. That is the only difference. Only the time reference, no? That is different. For and since is the same. Now we will write, see, when I was writing present perfect, two tables I made. One table with has, another with have. But when we go for past, only one we will have, that is had been. Had been. Now here instead of reading, what? Play. We will write play. Now here all the nouns means what? Sia we will give rest. For Sia we will give rest. And for one new name we will put, what is that? Some new name. Okay, we will write Dhruva. Okay, Dhruva. Then he, she, they, we, I, you. All these. Dhruva had been playing in the ground since and for usage is same. Okay? He had been playing, she had been playing, they had been playing, we had been playing, I had been playing, you had been playing. Remaining since or for, as I told in present, it is the same. For means duration, since means the correct exact period started. But only difference is about present, whether now the action is going on or if the result of the action is we can't see in the present. I think it is clear for you. Now, I think, do you remember in the first lesson we did compound words, hyphenated compound words. Hyphenated means by putting hyphens. Now here you have an exercise in your book. It is only a continuation of what we did in the first lesson. You have to insert hyphens wherever it is required. Classwork will be given to you. You can go through that. Try to understand it. I won't tell you by heart it. Try to understand it. Never ever by heart grammar of any language. I am not telling only English, any language. Grammar you should never by heart, except No, like formulas will be giving some the how particular form of particular tenses. Only that you should by heart. Otherwise, you need not. You should by heart. You should understand. So I think we can wind up this lesson. With this, we have successfully come to the end of the third lesson. It was very nice meeting you, after a long time with such a big grammar lesson. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Take care till we meet next. Bye.